Today, I want to talk to you about an event that happened in history called the Trail of Tears. Who remembers in high school learning about the Trail of Tears, a sad time in American history? This event changed the lives of thousands, and that is what I want to talk to you about. I hope you learn something new and enjoy. What was the Trail of Tears? This was an event of the removal of what is now known as the Five Civilized Tribes. You had the Cherokee, Chickasaw, Creek, Choctaw, and Seminole from their ancestral homelands to what is now known as present day Oklahoma. Two facts that I found very interesting were one, it was estimated that a total of 100,000 native, native people were forced to walk the Trail of Tears. While on the trail, it was estimated that 15,000 of them did not make it to the final destination. They either passed away on the trail or they stopped and they settled a certain area and they just never made it to present day Oklahoma. So 15,000 out of the 100,000, that's 15% of the population that was forced, did not make it to present day Oklahoma. Number two was the trail was not just Native Americans. See, I thought it was. They don't teach about it in school, about it being other people. It was always just, it was the natives, and that was it. Well, by 1835, the Cherokee Nation had a total of 1,600 slaves. That is 1,600 people on top of the 100,000 who were forced to walk. And there's no record of how many of them actually did not make it on the trail. Does this event in history still affect people today? I believe it does. While yes, they have adapted to the lands of Oklahoma now when they were forced here, they adapted, yes. But their homeland is where it all started. That was the core of everything for them, from their hunting to their farming and to the way they believed. This all had to change when they were relocated. With the death of so many on the trail, that was losing history. They learned from each other. So that was stories not being told, that was traditions not being passed down. That was generations lost. Then they were losing the history of the trail. Not a lot of natives want to talk about the Trail of Tears. So that has a sense of emptiness on natives nowadays. And they're still affected by that. They've lost history and they can feel that. Cherokee Nation actually, wants to remember people from the Trail of Tears. So they have a team of bike riders that ride the whole trail, the route of the trail. Main takeaways I want you to remember, think about, ponder on, are what was the Trail of Tears? What was it really? It was more than just people being forced to relocate from North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, or all that to Oklahoma. Number two was there was more to it than let's leave their place and going elsewhere. Number three was our actions do affect people, but they affect future generations as well. While we may not see the impact there, we will see it further down the line, and that is important to realize and all that. So, um, my works cited page, Britannica was really good help. The effects of the removal of American Indian tribes, that was a really good site. I really recommend people going to read those. It had a lot of insightful information on them. Thank you for listening, and I can't wait to hear y'all's speeches.